Feston here, and welcome back to the second installment of my father's firearms. And today we're going to stick to handguns. He had very few. Rifles and shotguns were his passion, but let's take a look at a fine example of one of the rare handguns he actually considered owning. Okay, here it is, and of course it's a Smith & Wesson double action revolver. This is the original box, and looks like, yep, it's a good old 44 Magnum, and the Dirty Harry gun. It's the model 29, and yeah, original box, a bit beat up, but let's take a look. Well, we've got, let's see, yeah, the original owner's manual, safety and instructional materials, no lock, parts list and instructions for use and maintenance and specs. The model number 29, very cool, very nice. And again, I know almost nothing about any of his guns, so let's see. There it is. It's got the original wax paper. Okay. Now again, like I just said, I don't know much about his pistols or his firearms. I don't know anything about Smith & Wessons. I do know that this is very similar. There we go. Very similar to the handgun used by Clint Eastwood in the Dirty Harry movie series by Detective Callahan. I believe his was an earlier model that had a 1/2 inch longer barrel. I think his had the 6.5 inch barrel. And I know on screen that they used a 45 Colt, so the whole the bore looked bigger. Let's see. Alrighty, let's verify. We're dealing with an empty pistol here, which we are. This one does show some wear, some honest wear. Not too bad, not as bad as that kit gun. Yeah, overall very nice condition. Little holster wear on the end. The grip on this side, just beautiful. And I believe these are the factory grips. Even still has the sticker on it, model 29 sticker. And that's pretty gun. I actually did clean this before shooting it. So now I have owned a 44 Magnum before. It was decades ago. It was the Ruger, the Super Blackhawk stainless with the 7.5 inch barrel. And I was like 21, 20, somewhere around there. And I just had it because I was a stupid kid. And I wanted a 44 Magnum. So I don't remember what they're like to shoot. I shoot 45 Colts now. So what we'll be shooting is a mix of my dad's reloads, and I bought some factory ammo. Yeah, it's the 240 grain jacketed hollow points. This was stupid expensive. That was $65 for a box of 50. So we'll be shooting the reloads today. And surprisingly, he didn't, I mean, he's got some beautiful cast bullets. He doesn't have the recipe anywhere on these boxes. And these were, you can see the smoke and soot. These were recovered from the reloading room. That was heavily fire damage, water damage, smoke damage. But these were buried under a table, so they're still good. He's got some silver or some nickel cases. They all appear to have the same cast bullet that no doubt he cast himself. But no recipe, so I have no idea what the recipe is, which is too bad. So, but yeah, let's start shooting this thing, and we'll see how it does. Alrighty, so we are at 25 yards. Just not really, a solid accuracy test, but it's gives me an idea. I'll shoot them all the pistols at 25, rifles will try to do 100. Okay, so again, no idea what these reloads are. Now with his rifle loads, he'd like to do stuff stout, but with pistol, I'm thinking, since he never hunted with this, I bet these are probably pretty low, so pretty mild. So let's find out. 25 yards, nice sight picture. Got the adjustable sights, orange ramp. Oh, that's a nice trigger. Crisp, light, probably 3.5, 4 pounds. Recoil, not bad. No, not bad at all. I see holes to the right. Now the target fell. So I guess we're going to go to the other target. There we go. And that shot was to the right. And I think this is the last one. Yep, 5 shots. All clear. Positive ejection. Yeah, there's some unburnt powder. Let's see. Kind of see there's like unburnt powder that came out of these. And the smell, it's a stinky smell. Oh, there's some of that powder that came out. So I don't know what's up. They seem to be hitting the target, so let's go take a look. Okay, put the plate back up. Those are the first 2 rounds, and then I can't remember if I fired 3 at the bottom one or 3 at the top one. I don't know, but the top one, it's a nice little tight group at 25. But we're just getting, this is the first time I've ever fired this thing. So to be on the paper is pretty happy at 25 yards. So yeah, I can't tell in all this excitement if I fired 5 shots or only 6. Well, do you feel lucky, punk? Sorry I had to do it. Okay, let's get some, we'll do the bottom target. We'll shoot at it again, and we'll try some of the other loads. Okay, loaded up some reloads from the other box. Again, no markings. So, let's see what I notice on there. A little bit of orange. Okay. And I'll go for the bottom target. And I will double check my sight picture. I think that one hit way high on the top. Yep. Yeah, these are all going high and right. And again, I wonder if it hit the clip, knocked it down. Oh, well. Yeah. That was way high, so these are hitting high. Let's see if we're getting the unburnt powder. Yeah, more unburnt powder coming out. It's just odd. Okay, let's take a look. I don't think it's going to be very pretty though. Okay, yeah. You can see, put it back where it was sitting, and yeah, I hit the target, edge of the target, so that's why it fell out. But yeah, still not grouping great. So I'm going to put up a fresh target and shoot some of the Federal jacketed hollow points Recoil has been just super manageable. It's not unpleasant at all. Yeah, not as bad as I remember from high school. So let's try some factory loads and see how those feel. Alrighty, we got the Federal 240 grain jacketed hollow points in here. I've adjusted the sights a little to the left. See what that does, and adjusted the rear sight down. Let's see what happens. Oh, that's a lot more power. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, and I can see that shot went high and to the left. Okay, that's what I expect out of a 44 Magnum. That's some kick there. And I can see all three shots, and they're at the same height, but they're about 4 inches. Okay, this kind of hurts. Alrighty, last shot. Oh gosh. Yeah, that hurts right here. Ow. Yeah, it kicks, the trigger guard hits your knuckle. Those are some manly loads there. And no unburnt powder with those. And looks like they grouped a little tighter, so let's take a look. Okay, that's, at least we're all on paper this time. At least we've now got a measurable group with the factory loads. A little high, probably about perfect or 50-yard hunting. But yeah, that's, oh gosh, it's probably 4-inch group or so, 4.5. Not great, but 25 yards all on the paper. So, okay, we have shot it. We've shot it with the Dad's hand loads, which were very pleasant. And then we shot it with some factory hollow points, which are not very pleasant at all. Well, looks like that concludes another session of my father's firearms. Subscribe if you want to see more content like that. I'm going to be shooting, well, I don't know what I want to shoot next. He's got a couple more pistols. It just depends on the weather. The only place I can shoot 100 yards is actually at my late father's house. He had a range out back, but because of the fire, there's no power out there. Because there's no power, there's no well water, and it's dry, and I haven't been able to mow because of the dryness and the fire hazard, ironically. So I could probably get 50 yards here at this little gravel range, and so we might just do that. Just because it's more about shooting the guns and going over them and learning more about them. So yeah, I think we'll stick with this spot for now, and yeah, so next week we'll see what else we'll come up with, and whatever it is, you know, it's going to be quality and it's going to be cool. Alrighty, Trey Veston out.